I thought I could do the live today, but I'm not sure. I'm not able to do it. Prabhu, do you know how to go live? I don't see any option today. Whether we'll have an option here. Okay. We'll record it and we'll share later. Hi Krishna. Vihan. Can I see Vihan? Hi Krishna Vihan.
Hare Krishna Mathaji.
Hari Bol. So let's start with prayers. Om Gnanatimrandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurilitanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamayam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karna Sindhu Dhinabandhu Jagatpate Topesha Gopika Kantam Dara Kantanamustite Taptakanchana Gaurangya Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanamstuti Devi Pranamani Vanekhi Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Pitali Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashyatya Deshatharini Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Thank you so much. I request all to on your videos. I want to see all your beautiful faces. Thank you, Udya. Thank you, Vihan. Tanya and Soham, if you can, please. Okay, let Sri Sri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada welcomes you all for our 5th day of Bhagavad Gita as it is course. And these courses are offered by ISKCON Mangaluru under the directions of His Grace Ramanishta Prabhu. And these courses are based on the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Okay, so let's revise what we did yesterday. We saw that there are 4 main problems for all of us. What were the 4 main problems? Does anyone remember? What were the 4 main problems that we discussed yesterday? Yes, Udrit.
Birth, death, old age, and disease.
Hari Bol. Yes, birth, death, old age, and disease. So these were the 4 main problems that we had. And Krishna gave a solution for these 4 problems. What solution he gave? In the 4.9 Bhagavad Gita, he says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yobeti tattvataha tektva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Krishna is telling the person who chants, who knows about Krishna's birth and activities, he'll not take birth again in this material world. And where will he go? He'll go to his planet. I showed in the Goloka chart yesterday, right? Where we were in the bottom and Krishna was on the top. Goloka was on the top. And Krishna is telling, whoever knows about me and my activities will come there. So after leaving this body, we'll not get another body. We won't get birth again. We won't get death again. No old age and no disease. We'll be ever 16, like how Krishna is. There, in the Krishna Loka, no one will get old. No one will get a white hair. No one will die. No one will be reborn. None of the things happens in the spiritual world. So Krishna is telling that. And for that, Krishna, is it easy to just know about Krishna's activities and birth? It's not that easy, right? Because Krishna is God and we are very small, the little soul, the Chitkana. So how can we, that small living entity, can know about Krishna? Krishna is telling how to know about Krishna also. So he's telling to approach a spiritual master. He's telling that vidhi pranipatena परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः. What he's telling? He's telling to approach a spiritual master who has seen the truth, who know about Krishna, who know about Krishna's janma and karma. The one who knows Janma and Karma about Krishna, he can give us the knowledge about Janma and Karma, right? And then we can know about Krishna. And if we know about Krishna, then no more birth, no more death, no more old age, and no more disease. We won't have these four things. So these are the four main problems of life. So this is what we covered yesterday. So today we will see still Arjuna is in confusion about to renounce work or to work in devotion. And we'll see what is this Nishkama Karma Yoga. And performing Nishkama Karma Yoga frees one from from the bondage and liberation by focusing on the Supreme. And we'll see the peace formula at the end. Okay, so let's take our blessings from Shri Radha Govinda and from Srila Prabhupada so that we understand Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the right spirit, in the right attitude, and we can apply in our lives. Okay. So these are the Guru Pranam mantras that we were reciting. Hare Krishna Mahamantra again. Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare.
Thank you so much. So this was a little recap of Ekadashi one. So Arjuna is asking a question to Krishna. Oh Krishna, first of all, you ask me to renounce work, and then again, you recommend work with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial? So Arjuna is asking whether to leave everything and go to forest is better, or being wherever we are and doing devotion is better. So let's see what Krishna says. Krishna, okay, Tanya, you want to recite the shloka?
Sure. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Sanyasha Karma Yogascha Nirchayasa Ubahu Tayostu Karma Sanyasat Karma Yogo Vashisyate.
Thank you. Soham, would you like to read the translation, please?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
The personality of God had replied, the realization of work and work and devotion are both good for liberation, but of the two, work and devotional service is better, that renunciation of work.
Thank you. So, now Arjuna asked whether renouncing work is good, or we'll see what actual renunciation also today. So we saw in the other class what's actual akarma is. Akarma means not no activity. Doing activity as yajna. So like that, we'll see what actually renunciation is. That also Krishna will tell. So today Krishna is telling that work in devotion is better than devotional service. See here, better than renouncing everything. So see here, the person he's doing all they're doing all the activities. So he's distributing books, he's distributing prasadam, he's serving Gomata. So they're all doing different activities, but they're doing the activities in devotion. So Krishna is telling doing any activity in devotion is better than not doing any work. Right? We'll see more. And Hare Krishna Mathaji, we want to read this? It's good to see you.
Hare Krishna Mathaji, thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Renunciation is complete when it is in the knowledge that everything in the existence belongs to Lord and no one should claim proprietorship over anything.
Very good. Thank you. So Krishna is telling what actual renunciation is. So till now we were thinking renunciation means leaving everything and going to forest. But Krishna is telling differently. Krishna is telling real renunciation is knowing that everything belongs to God. That's real renunciation. So when we know that whatever activity that we are doing, we won't be attached to the activity and we won't be attached to the fruits because nothing belongs to us. Everything belongs to Krishna. So whatever activity we are doing, we will do in a spirit that I'm serving Krishna. I'm serving God. If we are doing in such an attitude, in such mood, then that's actual renunciation. Not leaving everything and going to the forest. So actual renunciation is knowing everything, knowing that everything belongs to Krishna. And I'm just there to serve Krishna. Oh, let's see more. Just a sec. Let's see. Which one? So Krishna is telling, he, the renouncer, knows fully well that Krishna is the whole and that he is the part and parcel of Krishna. Such knowledge is perfect because it is qualitatively and quantitatively correct. So here, Krishna is compared to fire. So, okay, Krishna is telling everything belongs to me, everything belongs to Krishna. So, how do I believe that? How should I believe that everything belongs to Krishna? How does that connect with the renunciation? Here Krishna is telling about tattva. Krishna is telling about our nature and Krishna's nature. Krishna is telling Krishna is the whole, and we are the part and parcel of Krishna. See now, Krishna, here we are seeing fire, right? So from the fire, we get little sparks out of the fire. So Krishna is compared to fire. The sparks, the little spark that comes out from the fire, we are the living entities. All the living entities, all the jivatmas, they're all that small sparks. And Krishna is the Paramatma. He's a supreme living being. So from the whole, we are the parts from the whole. So these small parts, these small parts have the same quality as Krishna, right? Krishna is very pure, and our soul, we as a soul are Shuddha. We are very pure. But we got this material body, and this material body is the contamination for us. But the soul internally, it's very pure like Krishna. So qualitatively, we and Krishna, we both are same. But quantitatively, Krishna is the whole. We are just the speck, we are just that spark. So if hand is there, and if the hand is supporting the stomach, then hand will also get nourishment, right? If you're supporting Krishna, then we will also get nourishment. Our nourishment isn't serving Krishna. Now, if the hand will say, no, I don't want to eat food, I don't want to use, I don't want to put food into my mouth, then the hand we cannot lift hand tomorrow, right? If we don't eat food, can we lift our hand tomorrow? No, right? It's difficult because the energy that we are getting from the stomach. So the whole body should work, put something in the stomach, and the stomach will help. And just putting it into the stomach, the whole body gets nourishment. Similarly, just by serving Krishna, we all get flourish. Actually, when we see in the mirror, it's not when we see in the mirror, we think we have to serve. We are just like the what? Just like the part, right? We're just one part of Krishna. And if we serve the whole, then the part also gets automatically nourishment. So that's what Krishna is telling. So this is very important knowledge that we are the part and parcel of Krishna. Before Krishna gave us that we are not this body, we are the soul. That's the first lesson that Krishna is teaching us in the Bhagavad Gita. And the second lesson Krishna is teaching us in the Bhagavad Gita, that we are the part and parcel of Krishna. That the 10,000th part of the tip of the hair, that small this Jivatma is part of Krishna, is a spark that's coming from Krishna. So we, as the small spark, has what is it? What is its dharma? What's its religion? Its religion is to serve God because it's the part and parcel of the Lord. So if it serves the whole, then it also gets nourishment. If we decorate Krishna, we get decorated. That's what Prabhupada says. If you just decorate Krishna, if you start decorating the deity of Krishna, our life gets flourished. It flourishes in unimaginable way because we are serving the whole. So Krishna is continuing with more understanding. Who else are there? Bhavishya is there. Bhavishya, would you like to read this?
Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Yeah.
The aim of the analytic study of the material world is to find the soul of existence. The soul of the material world is Vishu or the super soul.
Super soul. Hari Bol. So Krishna is telling another important thing here. Okay, now we are the part and parcel of Krishna. Now Krishna is in Goloka Vrindavan and I'm here. How could I serve Krishna? How could I serve Krishna who is in the spiritual world? So Krishna is giving more information where all he exists. He exists in each of our in all. See, we are the soul right here. So Krishna exists with us. He exists in the heart. Krishna says, सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो Vedanta Kritvedavid Eva Chaham. Krishna is telling, Sarvasya Chaham Riddhi Sannivishto. I am seated in everyone's heart. So the soul, we know where the soul is situated. Yesterday, Tanya and Soham, the first day, I think Soham or Tanya, someone told that the heart, the soul is situated in the heart, right? Now, where the super soul is situated, super soul is also situated in the heart. It's just like on a tree, we have two birds. What one bird is doing? One bird is doing all the activity, and the other bird is just watching, right? So the super soul, who is beside Atma, Atma is Atma is also not doing anything. Actually, Prakriti is doing everything. Atma is also watching. Beside Atma, Paramatma is there. He's actually Upadrishta and Anumanta. He is the overseer and the permitter. So until Paramatma sanctions everything, until Paramatma sanctions, I cannot lift my hand. Until Paramatma sanctions, I cannot talk. Everything, it happens in fraction of seconds. The sanctioning happens in fraction of seconds. Nothing we can do as a soul until the Paramatma sanctions. So just imagine now if we do so many karma, we have to so much bad karma, we have to go to Yamaraj. How does Yamaraj know what we all did? Right? Yamaraj is in Yamaloka. How does he know that what are all we did? It's Paramatma in the heart. He's noting everything. What are all the mischievous things that we are doing? We may think no one are saying. Okay. We may think, oh, I can eat it. No one are saying. I can go into the kitchen and open the fridge and eat a chocolate. No one will see. No, Paramatma will see. He's there inside the heart. He will see. And he'll report to the what is his name? Chitragupta. And he'll write that, oh, she took a chocolate from the fridge and will get a punishment for it. Did all catch it? Right? Did you catch it? Yes. We had Sonia and
Yes.
Tanya and Soham. Did you catch it? Yes. Okay. So this is a very important thing that with the soul, we have super soul in the heart. So this body is considered as a temple, right? That's why this body is considered as a temple. Whenever we touch any object, also we immediately take blessing because in every atom also Paramatma will be there. So for whatever object we touch, we immediately take blessing because we have Paramatma inside every atom and inside the heart of every living entity. Paramatma is there. And Paramatma, he is the overseer and the permitter. He's seeing everything. Whatever you're doing, no one knows. Only Paramatma knows. And we will get accordingly. Whatever we do, we have to take the repercussion. If you're doing so good, then accordingly we'll get the result. We'll get the punya or papa. Anything that you're getting. Because Paramatma is knowing everything. Right? So here, a Krishna conscious person sees the Paramatma present in each and every body. So we as a living entity, when we see any organism, it's not that Paramatma is there only in humans. Paramatma is there in even microorganism, Paramatma is there in grass, Paramatma is there in all the animals. See, there is all the so person who is in Krishna consciousness, who is a devotee, he sees every organism, he sees Paramatma in every organism. So he respects every living entity. Because Paramatma is seated in every living entity. Right? So these are some details about cow. Soham, would you like to read this? About cow?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Cow trivia. Cows are creatures of habit and they don't like change to their daily routine. If a dairy farmer is running late, cows will often move to let the farmer know he or she is off schedule. Moo. Cows' hooves are trimmed to ensure that their feet don't hurt. It's like getting a pedicure, minus the nail polish. Cows don't sweat. We sweat to keep our bodies cool. But since cows don't sweat, they prefer to live in the shade and keep cool. Cows drink lots of water, about a bathtub full every day. Did you know cows can smell something up to 6 miles away?
Do you guys know that? Cows can smell up to 6 miles away cells. It's interesting, right? Okay, let's get back. So, sorry. Tanya, would you like to recite?
योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजतात्मा जितेन्द्रियः सर्वभूतामभूतामा कुर्वान् अपि न लिप्यते.
Thank you. Udyat, would you like to read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. One who works in devotion, who is a pure soul, and who controls his mind and senses, is dear to everyone, and everyone is dear to him. Though always working, such a man is never entangled.
Very good. So for this, we have an example here. What Krishna is telling, the person who is in the devotional service, is dear to everyone because he has control on his senses and the mind. Because why he has control, why he is able to control his senses? Because he's serving the Lord. Serving the Lord. Who is Krishna? Krishna is Hrishikesha. Krishna is the controller of the senses. Krishna is a Paramatma, right? Until Krishna sanctions anything, I cannot lift my hand if Krishna doesn't sanction. I cannot lift my hand. So for the people, until and for some people they'll have paralysis, right? That means till that time, Krishna was sanctioning for that person to lift his hand. And once Krishna stops sanctioning, he can no more lift his hand. He gets paralysis. So whatever now I'll have karma. Now I'll have karma of using this hand for this particular amount of time. So till that time, my hand works. And then once the karma is finished, then no longer this hand works. If the eye, something accident will happen, so we lose our eyes. Like that. Anything will happen. Why? Because we'll have only that much karma. And that karma will be decided based on our past activities, and it's sanctioned by Paramatma. Paramatma in the heart, he will take us to the near the to get an accident so that we lose our eyes. Because for our karma, only till that time we'll have our vision. Like that. Everything is done based on our karma, based on our past karma, and Paramatma will be sanctioning. But it's not in the case of devotees. That we'll see later. But for the general people, everything, whatever they're doing, it's based on their karma and it's sanctioned by the Lord. It's sanctioned by Paramatma who's sitting in our heart. Right? I'll ask again. Where Paramatma is sitting? Where do Paramatma live in our body? Bhavishya, where do Paramatma live?
Ma'am,
Where do Paramatma live in our body? Where is Paramatma residing in our body?
Parmatra controls his mind and senses in dear to everyone.
You got what Paramatma is? Paramatma is the Supreme Lord, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, where is our soul located in our body?
Mm,
Where is our soul located in our body?
in our heart.
In our heart. Absolutely. So, where is the super soul located? Where is Paramatma located in our
Inside,
body?
inside the soul.
No, Paramatma is also beside the soul. Paramatma is not inside the soul. Paramatma is in the heart. It's beside the soul. Okay?
Okay.
So both the soul and the super soul, Paramatma and Atma and Paramatma, they both are residing in the heart side by side. Okay? Udyat, you have any questions?
Yes. Is the super soul bigger than the soul?
Uh, it's our soul. For our soul, we don't have any shape, right? It's just a spark, as I told. It doesn't have any shape. But Paramatma, it's told that Paramatma will be the size of the thumb. It's told that he'll be in this size, but he's spiritual, so we cannot see him. Now,
Okay.
when we have some heart surgery, we cannot see Paramatma, even though he's in this size, because his body is spiritual body. So we cannot with our material eyes, we cannot see Paramatma. Okay. Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Thank you.
You have some question? Yes, it's.
Mataji, does it mean that karma is the
Mhm.
work which is prescribed by the Lord?
Uh, karma actually, for many things we use karma, Mataji, because karma activity is karma. Any activity, if it's prescribed by the Lord, then it's proper activity. It's prescribed duty. We say if it's properly. Krishna says four things, right? Chaturvanya Maya Shishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. That is being as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are the four classes that Krishna has created for all of us. So these are the four classes. If we are working under someone, then we come under Shudra. Then if we are having some business, then it's Vaishya category. And if you're protecting, if you're in some in any job that is in the that may be considering the protection of the citizens or anything, any protection that comes under Kshatriya. And if you're teaching, then it comes under Brahmana. So any of these four duties, if we are there, then we are doing what Krishna wants us to do. But if you're like a dog eater, if they're eating dogs, mlechas and yavanas, they're lower than these four categories. So they are not doing what Krishna wants them to do, but still they're doing some activity. So they're also getting karma, but they'll go to hell, and that's the reaction that they get. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, got
Yes.
it.
Yes. So karma actually, and the karma is activity, right? And karma also is reaction also. No, now I got my karma back. We will tell reaction also. We use the same word karma, right? Action we use karma, and the reaction also we use karma. So this initially I was also a little confused with this, but karma and we use karma for other things also. Before now I got some karma. It's because of my past karma. So even when it's in the seed stage, that for that also bija also sometimes we call it karma. In scriptures, in some places they use karma. So for action,
Okay.
reaction, and about to happen. It didn't fructify it, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that also we use karma sometimes.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Yes, that's so we'll continue. So here we have Pratap Rudra Maharaj. Pratap Rudra Maharaj, he was a king in the Orissa province during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Did you remember who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Yes?
The Supreme Lord.
Hari Bol, awesome. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. So he came 500 years ago to establish the glories of the holy name. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in the Odisha, in Jagannath Puri, who is the Lord here? Who is the personality with the big red eyes? Yes, Udya. Vihan, can
Lord,
you answer this?
Lord Jagannath.
Hari Bol, he's Lord Jagannath. So on the Jagannath Rath Yatra, he as a king, he's sweeping the Lord. He's sweeping way that Lord is walking. So he as a king, can we imagine does any king do all this? But he's doing because he's a devotee of the Lord. So whatever activity that we are doing, Krishna is telling do with devotion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased with Prataprudra Maharaj. And because initially he was not meeting Prataprudra Maharaj because he was a king, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a sannyasi, so he was not willing to meet Prataprudra Maharaj because he was in a good position, so he may be money minded. So actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows that Prataprudra Maharaj is very nice devotee, so he wants to show other people the glory of Prataprudra Maharaj. Even though he has so much, he's having a kingdom and he's having so much wealth, but still he has so much devotion for Krishna. So for Krishna, he was ready to do everything. And after this, when he goes to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he'll be pressing the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will ask, "Who are you?" Then Prataprudra Maharaj he will say, "I'm the servant of your servant." He doesn't say that I'm king or something. He says, "I'm the servant of your servant." He doesn't say that I'm your servant also. He's taking a position that I'm servant of your servant. So that is our position also. So in our parampara also, we are told to take a position of servant of the servant. Actually, servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. Like that. That position is very high position actually. Krishna loves when we take that position. Because first thing is as a Jivatma, we are very small and we cannot everything belongs to Krishna. What can we do for Krishna? Whatever little that we do, still Krishna accepts that very lovingly as a father. Now, for example, the father gets a sweet box for us, and then we go and take the sweet box. And if we just say thank you for the father, he'll be very happy. And if you give one sweet back to the father, how happy father will become? He'll feel so happy. So whatever we are getting from Krishna. So some offering. Every day, whatever we cook, first we offer it to Krishna, and if we take Krishna, it's like offering back. If you're thanking Krishna, you're thanking for whatever we got. So Father will be very happy, and Krishna is the loving Father, most loving Father. Right? So Prataprudra Maharaj took the position of servant of the servant. So that should be the mood when we are serving the Lord and His devotees. Okay. Hmm. Bhavisha, would you like to read this? The bottom one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Because his mind is always fixed on Krishna, there is no chance of his is being divided from Krishna, nor is there a chance that he will engage his senses in matters other than the service of the Lord.
Very good. Thank you, Bhavisha. So,
Thank
see
you,
here,
ma'am.
Srila Prabhupada, he came to the West, right? At the age of 70. Can we imagine what we will do at the age of 70? We'll try to be at home and try to settle in a place where no one will disturb us so that we can chant peacefully. Srila Prabhupada is so merciful and so dedicated to Krishna that at the age of 70. And why did he come? You know why did he come to the West? He came to the West on the orders of his spiritual master. Initially, at the age of 25, when he met his spiritual master for the first time, the spiritual master's name is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. So when he met his spiritual master for the first time, he said, you are a well-educated person. Why don't you go and preach this Krishna consciousness in the West? Then Prabhupada said, we need, at that time, India was not independent yet. So Prabhupada told that first we should get our independence. Then his spiritual master said, no, that's not important. Krishna consciousness is most urgent. Nothing can stop Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness will not stop for anything, not for the freedom, because the problem is we are in this body. In whatever body. Now, if I'm in the Indian body, in American body, in a Russian body, in the Italian body, it doesn't matter. We are in the body. Getting out of this body is more important, right? Did you all catch this point? Prabhupada was telling, his spiritual master was telling, Krishna consciousness is the most urgent activity. So whole life he studied so well that at the age of 70, he left everything and he came to the West, and he was with all the people who were drug addicts, not like normal people like all of us. They were all drug addicts, but he was so much fixed in Krishna consciousness. Now we have hundreds and hundreds of American, not hundreds, thousands of American disciples here. I'm seeing in US, they're more Indians than me. I could clear. They were they're so dedicated to Srila Prabhupada. They're so dedicated to our Krishna consciousness. All will wear saris, all will wear dhotis. If we go to the temple, we feel it's more than India. It's more than India actually. It's all because of Prabhupada's mercy. Prabhupada was so fixed in Krishna consciousness. Just by seeing Prabhupada, they don't know much philosophy also. We in India, we know at least some philosophy. We know Lord Ram, we know Krishna, we at least heard those names. But here, these American bodied people doesn't know anything. Just by seeing Prabhupada, they completely left everything and came for Prabhupada. And they did miracles actually by the mercy of Prabhupada. So it's all happened because of the mercy of Krishna. See here, a person who is a non-devotee, he's telling, I earned it, so it's all mine. This is the consciousness. So this person, he's accumulating more, eating more, overeating, atyahara. Atyahara, we hear this verse in the Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami is one of our Goswamis in our parampara that I was talking. So he was in that Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita, it's told, Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyamsha Shabdir Bhakti Vinashati. So overeating, over endeavoring, all these are all because this overeating, over endeavoring, and over accumulating, all these are not good for our devotional service. And whatever little that we have, we should be happy to serve to the other people. Is it nice to always distribute anything? Now, let's do an exercise today, right? When you go to school tomorrow, you tell your friends that, dear friend, you're not this body. Try telling this to people. Actually, most people doesn't know that they think that they're this body. They do so much for this body. So you go to the school tomorrow. When you go to the school, you tell your friend, because we need to serve. Krishna says this is distributing food, right? Krishna says no one will be as dear to me as the one who distributes my knowledge. Krishna loves the person so much who tells about Krishna, because most of the people doesn't know about Krishna, and most of the people are not interested about Krishna. They're so busy in their own chores. But if we try to give them this little knowledge that, my dear friend, you're not this body. My dear sir, Prabhupada says, my dear sir, you're not this body. If you try to tell this to the people, first they may feel offended also, but to the extent that we can. If we can tell this knowledge, we'll become more dear to Krishna. Krishna says, no one will be as dear to me as the one who distributes my knowledge. Distributing prasad, distributing knowledge. This is our business. This is our work. Right? Please try to tell someone, give me feedback what people told tomorrow. Okay? Please try. So when we as the devotees, we think everything we get, it's Krishna's mercy. We'll accept everything as Krishna's mercy. We get more, because the Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune, will be at the lotus feet of Krishna. People try so much for Lakshmi, but they leave the Bhagavan. Lakshmi is Chanchala. She's Chanchala. She won't be at one place, but she will always be there at the lotus feet of Krishna. So whoever worships Krishna, Lakshmi Devi will come with them. People doesn't know this. See, people try so much for Lakshmi, but they left Bhagavan. But Lakshmi Devi will not leave Bhagavan. You cannot get Lakshmi without Bhagavan. You have to serve Krishna, then you'll get Lakshmi. So, see, you all know how opulent ISKCON temples will be, very opulent. Because Lakshmi Devi will always be there, because Krishna is there. Right? There are different types of devotional services. And we hear this from Prahlad Maharaj also. He's the, we talked. Yesterday we showed a video of Mahavatar Narsimhadev. So Prahlad, for Prahlad Maharaj, Narsimhadev comes. He's a 5 years old boy. So he tells, we all know this. These are the different types of devotional services. He says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. There are nine processes of devotional service. First is Shravanam. That's what you are all doing. Hearing about Krishna. This is also devotional service. Shravanam is also devotional service. Then Kirtanam. Now I'm talking. So this is also devotional service. If you're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that's also devotional service. Whatever we are doing, whatever we are chanting, if you're chanting the holy names of the Lord, if you're singing, whatever we are doing, that's all comes under Kirtanam. So first one is Shravanam. Navavida Bhakti. Please note down. First one is Shravanam. And the second one is Kirtanam. Kirtanam means chanting the holy names of the Lord. That's also devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. That is remembering the Lord. So if you're telling any story to your friend, then you're trying to remember the story and telling to your friend, right? So that also becomes devotional service. That is Shravanam. Smaranam. Smaranam, remembering about Krishna, remembering about the Lord. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, then Pada Sevanam. Pada Sevanam means offering obeisances to the Lord. See here, the Gurukul boys, all the American-bodied boys here. So we have many Gurukuls in US. In Dallas, I think this was a Gurukul in Dallas. So they're all offering Atma Nivedanam. That is offering the obeisances to the Lord. Right? Pada Sevanam, that is Pada Sevanam. And next one is Archana. Archana means deity worship, doing Aarti. It's all comes under Archana. Archana, and then Vandanam. Vandanam means offering prayers to the Lord. Like Govinda, Adi Purusham, Tamaham Bhajami. Govinda, Adi Purusham, Tamaham Bhajami. So first one is Smaranam, that's hearing, Shravanam, that's hearing. And second one is Kirtanam, that's chanting. Third one is Smaranam, that's remembering. And fourth one is Pada Sevanam, that's offering obeisances to the Lord. Fifth one is Archanam, that's deity worship. And sixth one is Vandanam. Vandanam means prayers, offering prayers to the Lord. Vandanam. And Sakyam. Sakyam means treating Krishna as our friend. Krishna is our best, ever well-wisher. Krishna is our eternal friend and ever well-wisher. So treating Krishna as our friend. So whatever we are doing, we'll go tell to Krishna. Krishna, I'm going to do this. Please help me. As a friend, like we'll go and tell. I will go and tell to the friend, right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'll do this. So we'll go and tell Krishna also that I'll go and do this. Krishna, please help me. So like that. And then Atma Nivedana. Atma Nivedana means I'll do whatever Krishna wants me to do. I'll do what now Krishna wants me to do some. Krishna wants me to mop the floor. Then I'll go and mop the floor like that. And then Dasyam. Dasyam means doing cooking for Krishna, cleaning for Krishna, all those things. Being as a servant, Dasya Bhava, being as a servant for Krishna. So these are the different devotional services. They're called as Navavidha Bhakti. So we can do any of this devotional service, and that's devotional service. Anything we are doing of this night that comes on devotional service, whole day we should plan like that so that we try to do any of this service. I think and whole day becomes spiritual, whole day becomes devotion, right? Whatever activity, if we are doing some work, we can hear something about Krishna. When we are doing some work, we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We can get a tune of kirtan and we can chant and we can do. So any activity we can do, we can club this and we can start doing, right? So now we got to see we are not this body, we are soul. So on body also, see here, we have the soul, right? And in the body also we have two different things. One is the gross body and the next one is the subtle body. So in the body, now Krishna is talking about two variations in the body. First thing, and we are not this body, but we should know about the body, right? So Krishna is telling about the body. So the external body, whatever we are seeing, this is the gross body. We call it gross body. So the gross body is made up of Pancha Mahabhutas that I was telling the other day also. That is earth, the skin, the whole skin. When you see skin, it looks like earth or not? Or do you guys feel any different thing? Earth, right? So the skin is earth, and the water, the blood, the whole body is filled with blood. So that's water, and the fire. Fire is Agni, Jataragni, the hunger, right? So that is fire, and the air is the prana. That if we no longer breathe, then we will die. So the prana and the ether, these are the five elements of the Pancha Mahabhutas. Our gross body, our body that's visible, it's made of these five elements. And there is a subtle body also. The subtle body is made of mind, thoughts, ego, and intelligence. They're all different elements. Okay. So because the computer is also having mind, right? The computer is doing much better than us. And the computer is also having intelligence, but it doesn't have false ego. Okay? Because this false ego is the nature of soul. So this mind, false ego, and the intelligence, these comes under the subtle body. So the gross body is what we are seeing. And the subtle body is mind, false ego, and intelligence. So when we are leaving this body, now when the person is dead, then what does that mean? The gross body will be there on the floor. So the soul and the subtle body will go to the next body. So that's how whatever past things that we did, how we are able to act accordingly, because we have the subtle body also. The mind and intelligence will be carried. So when the person we see ghosts, right? What is ghost? Ghost means without gross body. That's it. You know, ghost means it doesn't have the gross body, and it's because some person he may have the time to be in that body for some time, and he did suicide. So he lost his gross body also. Now he's just left with the subtle body and the soul. So he's called as a ghost. That there is not actually it's not fearful. It's we should not be fearful for the ghost also, but mostly if some person who did suicide, he may be a very cruel person. So in films, people show it so ghastly that that ghosts are some scary things. But this ghost means it's just a subtle body and soul. That is it making sense? Is it okay? Did you guys get it? Okay. Okay. So the ghost means it's just the subtle body and the soul. Okay. Um, So now Krishna is telling how to engage our senses in Krishna consciousness. In material consciousness, the senses are engaged in sense gratification. But in Krishna consciousness, the senses are engaged in the satisfaction of Krishna's senses. Though, so in material consciousness, we will do the activity as such. We are not going to change the activity at all. But we are doing the activity as a blessing of Krishna. We'll offer first to Krishna, then we take. That's how it becomes Krishna conscious. And we will get to know. So this is very important analogy to understand that when we are doing any activity, we should not be attached to the results. Because of attachment to the results, we have to take birth. We have to take birth again. We should be attached to the activity. Now, if I'm attached to this teaching, so if there is only one person, I'll teach. Actually, I'll teach. Me and my mother will discuss Srimad Bhagavatam twice a week. Only my mother and me. So I'll teach my mother also. Only one person. But I love teaching. So we should be attached to the activity rather than the result. If there are 100 people, there are 1,000 people, if there are 10 people, if there is one people, we should teach in the same way. That means we are attached to the activity. We are not attached to the result. Does it make sense? Yes, right? So Krishna is telling to be attached to the activity. That activity also, it should be Krishna conscious. It should be connected to Krishna, and we should be attached to that activity. When we get attached to that activity, then we will be able to we can control our senses. See here, who can read this? Vihan, can you read this?
One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results onto the Supreme God, is not affected by sinful action, as the lotus leaf is untouched by water.
Thank you, Vihan. So Krishna is telling how can akarma I told, right? That's doing activity as sacrifice. So Krishna is telling how can we come out of getting sin. So for any activity we get sin because we are trying to get fruits out of it. Fruit, karma phala. We want to get. We are doing activity for the result. Now most of the software employees, they say that I don't like to work, but still I'll work because they want that salary, right? That should not at all be the mood. That's very bad actually. We should be attached to the activity. If I'm teaching, I should be attached to teaching rather than the salary. So if we are attached to the salary, it becomes sin because we are so much attached to the fruit. We are attached to the karma phala, and that's because of ignorance. It's because whatever activity that we are doing, we are not keeping our heart and doing it, and it's nowhere connected to Krishna. So what it's told Shama eva hi kevalam. It's just ugra karma. And you might be seeing when small people they'll get a foam here, right? In the night and in the morning we can see foam. That's a symptom of ugra karma. Fena, we call it fena. Pa pa ba ba ma. It's little technical, but I'm just telling that if you're doing any activity that's not connected to Krishna, it's Ugra Karma. We call it Ugra Karma. Shama eva hi kevalam. There is no use of doing such activity. Actually, it's very sad to know, but that's the truth. That's the truth. We have to try to connect everything and anything with Krishna. Then only that activity adds value. Okay. And it's compared to so how we should do our activity. It should not be touched by water, like lotus feet. See here, the water drop. The lotus leaf, it does not absorb the water drop. The water drop will not touch the lotus leaf. So whenever we are doing activity, we should do in such detachment. Means we should not expect the result. So when we are going for an exam, we should not be worried so much about the result because that Paramatma's duty. That's not Atma's duty. Atma's duty is to just do its duty. Paramatma will decide based on our karma, whatever we did. So if a person who gets a first rank and a person who gets 10th rank in a competitive exam, it doesn't actually matter much because both studied the same level. But based on their karma, that person got first and this person got 10th. But the effort they might have put would be same. So it's based on our karma that we get the result. So we should not focus on the result. Our focus should be on action. How good I'm going to do, how well I'm serving Krishna. That should be our goal. And whatever result that Krishna wants to give, he can give. It's not in our, it's not our business. Our business is to do our activity properly. Okay? Is that making sense? Our duty is only to do our activity properly. That's the role of Jivatma. I'm trying to connect it with Krishna. And then result, it's in Krishna's hands. And Krishna is our best friend. So Krishna will give us what is best for us. Right? Namnishra Prabhu says, I always remember this. Krishna will not give us anything beyond our capacity. So whatever activity when we are trying to do anything, and if we think that, oh, I'm not able to do it, then Krishna will not give us. If you are not able, if we don't have the capacity to do any activity, Krishna will make sure that he won't give us. So any activity that's coming in our hands, then we have that capability to do it. We should believe in ourselves and do it. And the other thing Naman Shrovam says, if anything bad is happening to a devotee, then believe Krishna is not there. He says it so boldly. Because Krishna is supreme friend. He's the best ever well-wisher. No one knows about us as better as Krishna. Because everyone, now our mother, our father, all knows us in this body only. Before I was in a cat body, and before I was in a dog body, who knows me? Only Krishna knows me. So Krishna knows me from lifetimes. So no one knows as better as Krishna knows. So we should just believe and trust Krishna and do our activity. That's it. Our duty is to just do our activity. Everything Krishna will take care. This makes us fearless because we know that there is someone who is always taking care of us, who is always there with us every time. Krishna will never leave us. This makes everyone. Now, when you see devotees, you think, how can this person build so many temples? How can he be so fearless? Because he know that Krishna is there with him all the time. That's why. So by knowing just this thing, we become fearless. So we can go anywhere, we can do anything. Because we know Krishna is there. Krishna will protect me. Krishna will arrange things like that so that we'll be put in a position that's very comfortable for us. And for devotees, Krishna will take extra care. That also we'll see. Name Bhakta Pranashati, we'll see in the future chapters. Okay? So by acting in Krishna consciousness for the satisfaction of senses of Krishna, any action, whether of body, mind, or intelligence, and even of the senses, is purified of material contamination. So just by connecting everything with Krishna, then no more things will become spiritual. They no longer be material. So it's actually a very wonderful thing. The same thing we are doing, but with just this knowledge, we are making it spiritual. And Krishna wants us to do that. Okay? This is the secret of Krishna consciousness. Realizing that there is no existence besides Krishna is a platform of peace and fearlessness. So just by knowing this knowledge that Krishna is there with me and Krishna is my best friend. He's there not to taunt us or not to torture us. He's there to help us. Right? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is living within the body of the living entity, is the controller of all living entities all over the universe. So he's there in every living entity. So every living entity are the children of Krishna. And so Krishna is personally taking care of every living entity. Okay. Tanya and Soham, you want to read? Someone.
Yes, Mataji.
One of you.
The Lord is the constant companion of the living entity, as per Mata, or the supreme soul, and therefore he can understand the desires of the individual soul as one can smell the flavor of a flower by being near it.
Thank you. So Krishna is the super soul, right? So now the soul is having some desire. So here Prabhupada is telling, so whatever desire that we have, now I feel like eating an ice cream. Then Paramatma is there beside me, and he will get what I want. And then based on our karma, whether I have that karma to eat an ice cream or not. Okay, if I have that karma, then Paramatma will sanction it. And I can go and get an ice cream. Right? So how he's able to know it? Just by the flower. If there is a flower, if we are in that room, we get the smell, right? Similarly, Paramatma, who is beside Atma, he's able to get that knowledge. Bhavisha, you have some question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, why does the super soul is beside soul, ma'am?
He's there to help us. Krishna is our supreme friend, is our best ever well wisher. So he's coming, he's there with us to help us. Right? Did you get
Okay,
it?
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Now we are soul, right? We are so small. So for us to help us, Krishna is there beside us. Okay? He's
Okay, ma'am.
helping us at every moment. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So we have
Yes,
attendance
Mataji.
link. Prabhu shared it in the chat, I guess. Yeah. So please fill the attendance. Okay. So as long as the living entity is in the city of the body, he appears to be the master of it. But actually, he is neither its proprietor nor controller of its actions and reactions. He is simply in the midst of the material ocean, struggling for existence. The waves of the ocean are tossing him, and he has no control over them. But the best solution is to get out of the water by transcendental Krishna consciousness. That alone will save him from all turmoil. Right? So Prabhupada is telling that this living entity is suffering so much, and the savior is Hare Krishna. The savior is Krishna. And in this Kali Yuga, the Krishna came as Nama Avatara. Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatara. In Kali Yuga, Krishna came as Nama Avatara. Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatara. So just by chanting Krishna's name and form are non-different. That's so when we chant the holy name, we are associating with Krishna directly. It's told like that in the absolute platform. There is no difference between the soul. There is no difference between the name and the form. Name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. They're all same. And the real knowledge can be obtained from a person who is in perfect Krishna consciousness. Therefore, one
Kindly
has to
put down
seek out.
your thoughts, feedback about this class. Nice.
Visha, can you mute? Yes. Thank you. Viham, can you read this?
Real knowledge can be obtained from a person who is in perfect Krishna consciousness. Therefore, one has to seek out such a bona fide spiritual master and under him learn what Krishna consciousness is. The spiritual master can drive away all nescience as the sun drives away darkness.
The same thing. So we cannot approach Krishna directly. So who will tell us about Krishna? This Jivatma who is so small, who is going to tell this Jivatma about Krishna? The spiritual master who is, we cannot reach Krishna directly, right? We cannot know about Krishna's Janma and Karma directly. So we need to approach a spiritual master. Even though we have Bhagavad Gita, we need a teacher to teach Bhagavad Gita. Because the person who is teaching, he know it and he realized that knowledge. That's why now Srila Prabhupada, why we are taking the blessings of Srila Prabhupada? Because he is the realized person. He realized Krishna. That's why we are in our Bhagavad Gita as it is book, we have shloka, translation, and we have purport. Purport is the explanation of shloka by Srila Prabhupada. He's a realized person. And whatever we are teaching in the courses, it's all from the purports. So we are trying to teach as it is, whatever Prabhupada is teaching, because Prabhupada is a realized soul. He's an acharya, right? So the supreme transcendental truth is Lord Krishna. The whole Bhagavad Gita centers around the declaration of the Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. That's the version of all Vedic literature. So, Tanya and Soham, I'm so sorry. I'll just take 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I'll just quickly finish. There are 2-3 slides left. Okay. Tanya, you want to read the shloka, please? Tanya? You're on
Yes,
mute.
Mataji.
Yeah. Can you recite the shloka?
Vidya vinaya sampanye brahmane gavihastini suni chaiva swapake cha pandita samadarshinaha.
Yes, Soham. Can you read the translation?
The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow and an elephant, a dog and a dog eater. Okay.
Thank you. So it's the same thing that Prabhupada is here. We are seeing again that the person who is a Krishna conscious person who knows about this truth, he sees every living entity as same because he's seeing Paramatma in each living entity, right? And these are all the basic things that we were talking. See this destruction. This is the Hiroshima Nagasaki during the time of the Second World War. Does anyone know the timeline of Second World War? Does anyone remember? It's 1939 to 45, right? So this is when the Hiroshima Nagasaki bomb blast was happening. It's all due to the material. The people were so much materialistic. So Krishna will for Krishna, for us, no, we have to kill one person after another person. For Krishna will get all the people at one place and he'll kill all of them. Like how he's going to kill in Kurukshetra. So whatever is happening, it's happening because of their own karma. But what is our duty? We should just worship Krishna. Just try to worship. Okay. Udit, can you read this?
Just try to worship in devotional service Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even great sages are not able to control the forces of the senses as effectively as those who are engaged in transcendental bliss by serving the lotus feet of the Lord, uprooting the deep-grown desire for fruitive activities.
Yes. So whatever they were doing, whatever the destruction that they did, because they want something, because they wanted to get some fruit out of it. So this deep-rooted desire that can be taken out. So that's not easy to take out also. Just by doing devotional service, we can take that out. Rishi Kena, Rishi Kesha Sevanam. But by doing with our senses, Rishi Kena, Rishi Kesha Sevanam. When we are serving Krishna, then Bhakti Ruchate. We get this attitude of devotional service. So whatever we are doing every day, Krishna conscious person, he does arati for Krishna, he chants for Krishna, he cooks for Krishna. He distributes books for Krishna. He works for Krishna. He mops for Krishna. He teaches for Krishna. Everything he does for Krishna. So this verse I tell all the time. Okay. Tanya, can you recite it again?
भोक्तारां यज्ञतपसां सर्वलोकामहेश्वरं सुहृदं सर्वभूतानां ज्ञात्वा मां शान्तिमृच्छति.
Yes. Bhavishya, can you read the translation?
Yes, ma'am. A person is in full conscious of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all factors and sacrifices and all austerities, the Superman or Lord of all plants and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living things, and attains peace from the pangs of material miseries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm sorry. So, Krishna is telling, I'm the beneficiary for all the sacrifices. Whatever sacrifices that you're doing, I'm the beneficiary for all those sacrifices.
Mataji,
Right? Yeah?
can I chant this loka or mantra?
Sorry?
Can I chant the mantra sloka?
Oh, you know? Yeah. Go ahead, Soham.
Yeah. Bhoktaram yene tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suidham sarva bhutanaam nyatva mam shanti richati.
Very good. Are there any other reciters also that I don't know? I was assuming you all doesn't know reciting shloka. Ujjat and Vihan, you also know reciting shlokas? Oh, Jai. Awesome.
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, I'll give opportunity tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I was assuming that you guys doesn't know it. I'm so sorry. Bhavisha, you also know beta? Reciting
ma'am.
shloka? Oh, oh my God. All the reciters in the class. Okay. I'll give tomorrow. I'll give opportunity tomorrow. I'm so sorry. So,
Okay, ma'am.
yeah, thank you. Bhoktharam Yagna Tapasam. Yagna Tapasam means He's a benefactor of all sacrifices. So whatever activity that we are doing, we are directly or indirectly, it's going to Krishna. So if you are doing directly, then it's good. If you're doing for demigods, if you're doing for Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Vishnu is also Krishna. If you're doing for Shiva, Brahma, or any other demigods, Durga Devi, or Ganesh, any other demigods, if you're doing, we are doing it to Krishna indirectly. But Krishna says it's Avidi Purvakam. It's not Vidhi, it's Avidi Purvakam. So, and Krishna is Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. He is the Lord of all the planets and all the demigods. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? And Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. And he's the best ever well-wisher. No one, Krishna is the best well-wisher because Krishna knows us as, even we doesn't know us as better as Krishna knows us. So Krishna, whatever Krishna gives, he gives the best. And by just knowing these three things, that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, Krishna is the best well-wisher, and Krishna is the controller, is supreme controller. If we know in a person who is a supreme controller, who can control everything, who can protect us from everything, and who is a well-wisher, then what do we want? So this gives us so much peace. It gives us fearlessness. So Krishna, just imagine if a person who is so strong, so potent, and he can control anything, and he's there beside us, right? He's there beside us. He's there beside the soul in every living entity. Just by knowing this knowledge, person becomes fearless and he gets peace. He'll be in peace. And the Lord is not partial towards anyone. Right? So the peace formula. What's the peace formula that Krishna is telling? Yeah. Bhavishya, can you read this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Krishna is a Superman enjoyer.
Supreme.
Krishna is the Superman controller.
Yes.
Krishna is the Superman enjoyer.
Yes.
Krishna is our only well-wisher friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Bhavishya. Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. He is the controller of all the planets. He is the lord of all planets and all the demigods. Krishna is the ever well-wishing friend. Sukhridam Sarva Bhutanam. So by this, what happens? Shantim Richati. We get peace. The peace formula is to know these three things. We are not the controller. So we don't have to struggle so much to control all the things. If we just be calm, also things will work. Because it's in Krishna's hands. Okay. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we'll end here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, everyone. All of you unmute, please. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare.
Hare. Thank you, Soham. Okay. So if anyone have any questions, can take. Others can leave.
What is it? This is 2 point what? 2 point?